Greetings. Welcome to Day 4 of Ignite Your Soul Connection. My name is Janice Bond, and I'll be your host and facilitator for this insightful and generous conference. This 15-day series has been a gift to our community and has been brought to us by Master Force International Leadership Academy, whose commitment is to see our youth educated in a way that they may experience being self-actualized at a younger age. Master Force came onto the scene in the early 90s, introducing meditation to teens and their parents as a means to bring peace and unity to their community. Thank you, Master Force, for this opportunity. Tonight, we have a special guest, Dr. Asar Hapi, speaking on the topic, Breathing to Heal. And before we get started with that, I just want to give you a bit of a background about Dr. Hapi for those listeners who are unfamiliar. His aim is to improve the physical body. Dr. Asar Hapi is a doctor of naturopathy, chiropractic medicine, acupuncture, applied physiology, as well as yoga. He gives his clients the joy of regeneration and endless vitality through his work in holistic health field. He is director and founder of a New Horizon Health Institute of Physical and Nutritional Medicine. His clinic radiates a sense of serenity in the environment, where his clients enjoy the process of reaching their individual health plateau. Through the experience of his clinic, clients gain the joy of wellness. Dr. Hapi's holistic approach offers his clients the opportunity to become partners in the process, becoming whole, well, and revitalized. The signs and feeling of age, pain, and illness are reversed as a result of the process. Personal health concerns, which encompass proposed surgery, prompted Dr. Hapi to find a better opportunity for his own well-being. He pursued education in physiology, anatomy, neuroanatomy, nutrition, and related subjects. He studied at the Himalayan Institute since 1970. Dr. Hapi has completed courses, lectures, and intensive workshops with Swami Rama, Dr. Wood, BKS, Iyengar, Master Ikeolu Ratan, Richard Utt, Beckley Love, Swami Sanjanata, and Swami Vishanada. Dr. Hapi has also attended the International Institute of Physiology, where he learned healing techniques from China and applied techniques from Mexico, Egypt, India, and South America. Since 1978, Hapi has developed and taught Egyptian yoga. This unique body of knowledge serves as a personal and powerful adjunct to all of the services he provides. Dr. Hapi's aim, again, is to improve the physical body. He uses a multitude of concepts which he inherited from his studies, lectures, and textbooks to reach his goal. His concepts include combining the modern science of biochemistry with ancient healing, macrobiotic diets, and Egyptian yoga. Dr. Hapi has developed stress reduction programs and techniques to empower his clients with greater physical, mental, and spiritual health. Working with other holistic professionals, each client is encouraged to develop a personalized plan to gain control over their life so that they can begin to function in a balanced and powerful capacity. Dr. Hapi founded a New Horizon Health Institute in 1983 as a vehicle to share his techniques with other holistic medical professionals in an ever-growing number of clients. The Institute conducts a complete patient profile and physical examination on each client and provides lifestyle patterning and nutritional counseling. Dr. Hapi recommends self-regenerating therapies that include holistic, oxidation, mental, spiritual, and somatic therapies. Dr. Hapi is a recognized leader in the holistic field. His most notable accomplishments include being selected as a personal physician to key figures in the U.S., including sports professionals, television personalities, dramatic artists, lawyers, writers, government officials, and others. Since 1979, he has appeared on many radio and television wellness talk shows in Chicago and around the country. Several local and national publications, such as Essence, Black Elegance, have also noted his work. Dr. Hapi is also president of the International Institute of Applied Physiology. He has an impressive list of credentials, which he continues to add. The PhD from the College of Naturopathy, Chicago, 1977. Internship in acupuncture and pain management at the Oriental Institute of Holistic Medicine, Cook County Hospital, 1989. Applied Physiology degree, needleless acupuncture, International Institute of Applied Physiology, 1986. And a doctorate in chiropractic medicine from National Chiropractic College in Lombard, Illinois, 1995. Wow. So going on, I just want to say that, again, it is a great honor, and as always, as your gracious host, going on with this conversation with Dr. Hapi. Dr. Hapi, I'd like to just start with, although I've shared all of this information, give our listeners the opportunity to hear your story, where you come from, and just a bit more about your journey as this amazing doctor and a service to the community.
Thank you, Janice. My story started when I was about 19 years old. At that time, I had developed a condition called sarcoidosis, and I also had a condition of my lower spine called hyperlordosis. At that time, I had tremendous pain in my lower back. The orthopedic doctors wanted to operate on me and take 3 vertebrae out of my spine. They wanted to take a rod and they wanted to fuse my spine. They could not guarantee that I would be out of pain. And at that time, I started looking at alternatives. Some friends of mine told me about a doctor named Dr. Sydney, of which I went to, and he started working on my spine. But prior to him working on me and helping to improve me, the sarcoidosis that I had went to the regular medical doctor, and they said, well, you have a condition called sarcoidosis, and this condition can take your life. We need to put you on prednisone, which is a very strong medication. And you would not be on it very long because it's a very strong medication, so you can't stay on it because of the side effects. This particular medication might help you to live till 50 years old or less, but it can help you along the way. I asked the question, what causes this problem that I have? He stated, we don't know. All we know is that you have the problem and you'll need the medication. So at that time, I said, I need to know how to take care of my body and how to improve my body so that this particular problem is not a life-threatening problem. Now, I'm sure that you are aware of the fact that Bernie Mac, who was a well-known comedian, died of sarcoidosis just less than a couple of years ago, and he was only 50. And so when I started going to see this Dr. Sydney for my back problem, I also addressed the problem with my sarcoidosis. He questioned me on what do you eat? And I started sharing with him what I ate. And he stated, well, you have to eat some other foods that are more healthier for you. And so then I said, well, what else do I need to do? And he said, well, you need to come see me every week so I can work on your physical and improve your physical. Now, at that time, I used to smoke cigarettes, and that did not help too much. Although the cigarettes that I smoked was on this type that had peppermint in it, which was called Cools. You've heard of this type of cigarette, right, Janice?
Right.
It's called Cool, and it was very refreshing to my lungs, but it was very damaging to my overall health. Anyway, I got with some other friends of mine, and they were vegetarians, and they were very much into health. And they started telling me about the fact that I need to become a vegetarian, quit smoking cigarettes, and also that I need to start studying yoga because yoga deals with the breathing. So I started seeking out a teacher, and that's where this particular teacher named Becky Love came in, and I started studying with her. So after studying with her, my health improved after starting getting the treatments with Dr. Sidney and studying with her. And then in going to get these treatments from Dr. Sidney, he suggested that I go to school and become a doctor myself because I had referred a lot of clients to him, and he said, somebody needs to help take care of all these clients. I can't take care of them by myself. And so I started going to school to become a doctor. And so that's kind of how this process started, Janice.
Interesting. And while you were speaking, one of the most immediate notes that I have, one, I could never imagine you smoking. And two, when your doctor said to you, we don't know where this comes from or how the disease or affliction comes about, I mean, do you remember how that felt? I mean, I'd imagine just me, it's almost confusing, you know, when I go to or when I've gone to a doctor and if they say something like, I don't know, you know, that's what you're expecting. Do you remember that day vividly, you know, and then thinking also, asking questions, you know, what if you had not asked, you know, just taking the medication and just going on with it, the amazing amount of knowledge that came from that situation.
Well, I think I might not be here now. I might have had an early demise like Bernie Mac because in not knowing what caused it, I might have continued creating the problem.
Mm, absolutely. Well, I want to remind or at least mention to our listeners that actually this teleconference is very interactive. So if you have any questions or notes, we invite you to engage us in our Facebook community called Ignite Your Soul Connection, and it's just www.facebook.com/Ignite Your Soul Connection. You can post your questions there, and then also if you're unable to reach your Facebook page or reach our Facebook page rather, to ask a question, all you have to do is press 1 on your touchtone keypad or your mobile device, and our moderator will be able to note that you have a question, and we'll get to you as soon as possible. Okay? All right. So moving on, you did mention about growing up. Give us a little overview. Are you originally from Chicago, or where did you grow up?
Yes, I'm originally a native of Chicago, Illinois, and I grew up here my whole life.
Oh, wow.
Now, one of the things I wanted to mention also was that most people don't know it, but sarcoidosis is a health condition that primarily affects African Americans, and they do not put out a lot of money for research on it.
Interesting. Yeah, I didn't know that. I definitely didn't. Well, I guess that since we're talking about that topic already, I think that we should just go ahead and hop right in. There's so much information I know everyone is waiting to get to. So the topic that you're speaking to tonight is breathing to heal. So we can just hop right in. What does that mean? I guess that's where we could start, and then just take it from there.
Well, before we do, there was a question as to what causes sarcoidosis. Well, let's go into that topic for a second before we hop into the breathing.
Okay.
What causes sarcoidosis is when a person intakes a certain amount of acidic foods that help to rob the body of oxygen, and when they take in certain foods that help to create bacteria in the lungs. So let's dive into that a little deeper.
Okay.
Now, if we look at things like dairy, dairy, we have cheese and ice cream and those types of foods that are dairy. Well, the cheese, the way they make cheese is a bacteria. And so they make a bacteria culture, and then they start growing it, and then they create cheese. And at that time, I really liked cheese. In fact, I was invited to a pizza. It was like a Pizza Hut, Uno. This was back in at that time. And I don't know if you've ever had a deep pan pizza.